Hey there, everyone. It's Jamie, and I am here with Suzanne Smith. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to see you. Suzanne and I met on Twitter. I can't believe that that's actually a real thing that you can now say.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I met, she totally picked me up on Twitter and was like, "Hey, I like what you do." And then I looked at her stuff, which Suzanne has this incredible show called Psychic Saige. Sage Winter's My Psychic Life, and it is really funny. And there'll be a link to it later on in the interview because you have to check it out. I actually was looking at it before before we got on this interview, and I just was cracking up.
Oh, wow.
It is so funny. And for any of you, which if you watch me, you know that I'm a coach. So like we're a little new agey. We're into like crystals and Psychic Sage like takes it even further.
Yeah.
So the reason why I wanted to have you here, my dearest Suzanne, is that you are you. Like you are totally you. And we were talking a bit before that putting yourself out there is no joke.
No.
And as an actress, especially, it's a lot of it is about body and about body image and how you look. And so I wanted to know if you could just kind of talk to me a little bit about how your body has played into your work and how you think about yourself and that piece. Because it's so, you're so much more than your body, and yet we are also our bodies.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean. Well, God, how do I start this? So, I have never really connected. My weight and my body has never affected me as an actress. I've never liked that part of the business. Of course I've experienced it. I worked a lot in my early 20s in the business, and I was always very, very skinny. And then there was a time where I started to gain weight, and I started to not be so skinny anymore. And that was a problem. And I actually felt better in a lot of ways as an actress. It was very strange.
Yeah.
It was like I felt sort of more free. It was kind of, you'd think it would be the opposite.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually talked to my agent about it. She was like, but don't you have less confidence? Like, don't you? And I was like, no, I have more confidence. And but there weren't many roles out there, for somebody, because people were saying things to me like, oh, it's too confusing because you're attractive. And I'd be like, oh, so if you're going to be overweight, you have to be unattractive. Is that it? Whatever. So I got caught up in all that, and then I just kind of left the business for a while, and then started to work with children, started to write, blah, 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 blah. And then I had a few very intense things happen in my life, a few kind of near-death experiences. Yeah.
Wow.
And I was just getting to the point where I was like, I need to create. It's a matter of life or death. I need to do something now.
Yeah.
And a friend of mine in class said to me, you should, because I was making up all these original characters in class, and I am into a lot of the stuff that I talk about, even though it's a mockumentary and I'm poking fun at it. I do believe in a lot of it, so that's how I have the jargon and everything. But he was like, why don't you play a psychic? And I was like, no way. There's no way I'm going to make fun of this stuff. I take it very seriously. And then somebody else said to me, we have to laugh at ourselves. And it finally clicked. Because everybody my whole life has always been like, oh, God, Suzanne, you're so funny. You're so funny. You're a comedian. And I used to be like, get kind of like, well, I do drama too. And, I get
right.
I get kind of like, defensive about it.
Yeah.
Like, it's stupid. And I finally just all of a sudden realized who I was. And I stopped fighting it. And I was like, fuck it, I'm putting... Sorry.
No, you can,
I was like, I'm putting
you can
it
say
all
the F
on
word
the
here.
line.
You can say the
I'm
F
like,
word.
Okay.
Yeah. Fuck it. You can say the F word. It's fine.
I know, you're cool, right? So, I was like, I found a character that is not me, but it is me.
Yeah.
I'm playing a part of myself, kind of like most comedians do. I mean, Larry David's playing a part of himself, Roseanne Barr's playing a part of herself, Seinfeld. I mean, the whole, of course I do other things, but I embraced myself. And that's what this is all about. And everybody that I cast in the show, is, not all of them are actors, Some of them are actors, some of them aren't, but there's a very fine line between the reality of this show, the reality of the people playing the roles, and, a lot of it's in the casting.
Yeah. Well, and one of the things you said, talking about embracing yourself, which is such, I mean, it's one thing to say, and it is so another thing to do. Yeah. I mean, it can get really intense to fully accept everything that's going on within you. And to, just like you were saying, like, I can do serious stuff too. It's like, right, but why can't you do both? Like, why can't you be a serious actress or an actor and also a comedian? Like, why can't you be both?
Exactly. I agree with you. Yeah.
Yes. And one of the things we were talking about before the interview started was this idea that as you change, Saige changes. Yep. That your body, when you started, was smaller than your body is now. And you haven't recast the character. Like,
I don't have a choice.
I don't have a choice. It's still you. And so I wanted to get kind of, when you look back at season 1 and then you look at this season, are there any sort of feelings that you have about your body, or is it more just this full embrace of what's going on and what you're going through?
Well, yeah, no, I do have some vanity issues, don't get me wrong. I mean, but thank God I'm an artist. Thank God I'm an artist, because I'm really like, oh, well, this is what would happen in real life. I'm like, this is what would really, I can see the bigger picture. But yeah, no, for sure. I'm like, oh my God, look how much weight I've gained, and that's not cool. There is a part of me, but I can't stop this now. There's part of me that's like, maybe I should wait. See, wait and wait. It's like the word.
Yeah.
And everybody keeps saying no. You have to keep going. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you look like. Some people say, yeah, it does matter. But most people say, no, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So I've been kind of like, okay, fuck it. And then I thought, well, maybe people need to see something like this, something so, brave, or so, whatever it is. Maybe this will serve humanity, if I do something like this.
I actually think it does. I mean, besides the fact that that the show makes people laugh, which I believe is the best medicine, it also is incredibly courageous to put yourself out there in this way in a field that doesn't really push the, like, be any size you want. I mean, I don't think actors get it even worse than anyone else, but it is a real thing to decide that you're going to continue to embrace yourself in that way, while also deciding, like, how is it that I want to feel? If I'm not feeling good in my body, I can shift that, but I don't have to put my life on hold.
Right. I have put my life on hold for a long time because of the weight. I really have, and I just I've started this train, and now I have to keep going with it. I can't wait. I'm trying to eat better right now. I went through a breakup. I gained a lot of weight. This is the same stuff Saige goes through, and I use it. Saige is a size 4, Saige is a size 12, Saige is a size 8, Saige is a size 16, Saige is a size 0, Saige. This is my life. This is what happens. I fluctuate. Nobody's ever done that. I've never seen either you're fat, you're skinny. I've never seen anybody up, down, like a lot of people I think are.
Right.
Not that I'm planning to keep doing this, because I want to, just, I'm not doing it on purpose. It's just whatever happens, happens.
I feel like there really is this, we forget that the body does cycle. Those are big fluctuations between a 0 and a 12. But at the same time, the body does cycle. And we think that whatever, let's say, I'm trying to figure out why you felt so empowered when you started gaining weight as an actress. And part of me is thinking it's because you didn't have to maintain being skinny all the time.
Yeah.
Like there's so much pressure to maintain this size 0 or size 4 24/7, which our bodies cycle through. I do not weigh the same all the time. I just don't. My body goes in and out.
Yeah, I don't know what it was. It was kind of like, everybody tries to say, oh, this is what you are in this business. This is what you are. Because you're pretty. They have all these, adjectives. You're wacky, you're this, you're that, and that you're an ingenue, you're a character actress, whatever. And, I'm a Sagittarius. I do not like to be, I pigeonholed or whatever. I don't like that.
Do not box me in. I'm a Sag.
Are you a Sag?
No, hell no. But I appreciate you.
Oh. What side are you?
I'm a Scorpio.
Oh!
That's right. Do not mess. No. I am loyal, and then I will sting your ass.
I know. My mother's a double Scorpio.
This is a whole nother topic. But
yeah. Anyway, sorry. Yeah, so I just felt like people weren't like judging me so much. Isn't that weird? Like I felt like it was so weird. I felt less judged when I didn't look my best. That's kind of weird.
Well,
right?
wait. So let's pause on that sentence, because by saying that you didn't get judged by not looking your best, that's assuming that looking your best means you only look good when you're thin.
Yeah, which is wrong. I didn't mean it like that, because I actually disagree with that. I disagree with that. I think that I can look good when I'm not thin. I just meant that it was such a dramatic shift when I started to gain weight in my early 20s that I guess I wasn't judged so much by how I looked all of a sudden. Like, there was so much emphasis on how I looked. It wasn't, they were like, oh, you're funny, you're smart, all these things, you're a good actress. But it seemed like the highest thing in everybody's minds was how you looked. Yeah. So when that was off the table, not that I looked real bad or anything, but, I guess I still looked good, but not like I used to look, whatever, in their minds. I just felt free.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah, I mean, I wanna look good, mainly, for myself, my health, relationships. But for my art, I don't know. It's never been, I don't know. It's been, yeah. I don't know how to put what I'm saying.
It's okay. I have a question for you. Do you ever feel like you struggle between kind of taking care of you and taking care of your art? Do you see them as two different things?
Yeah, maybe I do, which isn't such a cool thing, but I definitely struggle to take care of myself. I've been taking better care of my art recently because I've been very disciplined with this project. Yeah. More than ever. It's really given me something to do that I'm very, it's like a child. It's like, I'm taking good care of the project.
Yeah.
So that's good, and that's, I could be taking better care of myself, but I am taking care of myself because I'm doing something that's helping me. It's helping me live. I mean, I think it's helping everything. I think it's helping everything.
That's such a good point. I think that we tend to kind of decide that we're either working our asses off or we're taking care of ourselves, and it's very hard to do both in the same. But as a creative person and as an artist, you have to express, right? I mean, I believe that we're all artists. I believe that we all have our own ways of expression, whether it's cooking, painting, acting, drawing, being in finance. If that's your way of being artistic, great. But there is a way of taking care of yourself in that expression. And then also bringing the body along with it. Because we tend to have these ideas that like taking care of myself means I have to be on this really strict diet and I have to be in yoga every single day and I need to be meditating and I should probably become a vegan and I should, all this stuff, whereas it's actually not true. There's so many other ways of taking care of yourself and your body while also maintaining the care in your work.
Yeah, I agree with that. I absolutely. Yeah.
Awesome.
And, I mean, you can't do everything at once. I'm doing this one part of my life, and it's a huge thing. I can't believe that I went for so long without expressing myself.
Oh my God. I am going to weep for you. Oh my God.
It's like I'm lucky I'm still alive. Really, this was a whole this is a love child. This whole project is just like. Yeah, and I'm doing it whether I'm overweight. I told the woman, I said, I might not be able to, I have to start filming season 3, so I'm not going to be able to lose a whole bunch of weight by season 3. But, I'm just, who cares? It's just like, who cares? I'm just going to, keep going. And I'll be thin at one point. Who cares? It's like, I might gain some weight again, and what are we going to do? It's like...
Well, it seems like the most important thing is to keep the expression going. And, one of the things I always ask my clients when their bodies are not responding the way they want them to, or they can't seem to connect with their body in the way that they want to, is what is she trying to express? Like, if your body could say anything, what would she say? And that's like super new agey. You don't have to answer it right now, but I'm going to leave you with that because to be expressed on an artistic level is incredible, and we have to remember that there are so many avenues of expression, including what our body's trying to say.
Right, you're right. And I guess part of me's been hiding in the weight, but I'm not. I'm like jumping out anyway. Yeah. I'm jumping out anyway into this thing, and I guess my body's saying, "Let me out," or my soul or whatever is saying, "Let me out." And I'm just doing it, I'm just it's like it's kind of a battle, but I'm just kind of, there's two different things going on, but it's just happening, and I'm filming the whole thing. It's It's
very, very cool. And I feel so excited for you and honored that I kind of caught you in this moment, right? Of this moment in your work, this moment in your expression, this moment in your body. And my goal for this series and for this interview is to give other women permission to express and be honest with where they're at. Like, can we just be honest that we don't have it all figured out and, like, we're all good?
Yeah, we're all good.
We're all good.
We're all good. It's the drastic diets and all that stuff. Forget it.
Oh, we're over it. Okay, so everyone, you have to go, and I so desperately want to call you Saige, actually, but that's not your name.
My parents were even calling me Saige.
Your parents were calling you Saige?
No, but it's kind of, it's getting crazy.
Okay, so this is Suzanne, but the show is called Saige Winters, My Psychic Life. There is a link below that I really want you to click on because you will laugh your ass off, and it's so important, I believe, to support artists and women and our fellow humans kind of putting themselves out there, and you're definitely one of the women who are doing it, so rock on.